Hey guys, T-Bull here. Today we're going to be checking out some Clemson gameplay. It's a Tier 3 American destroyer. And we'll hop right in here. The first game we got is on the map Estuary. It's looks like a standard battle. And the thing to keep in mind about this particular destroyer is you have two torpedo tubes on each side, and they reload really quickly. So you can fire off your two shots on one side, flip the thing around, fire off two more, and by the time you flip it around again, you're probably going to be reloaded. Now, if you put the top torpedo package on, which I would recommend doing, it increases the damage of the torpedoes. It does slow down the reload a little bit, but you know, it's all good. You're not going to be on this boat for too long before you get up to the Tier 4, but just keep that in mind. But you'll see throughout these games, I do a lot of flipping back and forth, so that's kind of how I'd recommend playing this particular one. Now, these American destroyers, there's kind of a spectrum of destroyers. On one end, you got the pure torpedo boats, which are kind of personified by the Japanese. They're more stealthy and focused on shooting torpedoes. On the other end of the spectrum, you have what will be the Russian destroyers. They're kind of the gunboats, which torpedoes are very secondary. They're more focused on the guns. American destroyers are kind of a hybrid in between the middle of those, so they're really versatile and allow you to kind of adapt to the situation, whatever it may be. Alright, so we got the first salvo done here on Orion. And we're going to pop him a couple shots while we're waiting for him to eat those torps. And you can see I'm just kind of flipping the thing around, so those aren't going to miss, but if they did, I'd be ready to shoot some more. And we're going to take a look. I'm picking the next target. You always want to take a destroyer out if it's close range. And I can see he's just kind of peeking around the bend here, so we're going to give him a taste of his own medicine. Assuming he likes to torpedo guys, I don't know. I wasn't watching him too carefully. Yep. Poke on out and say goodbye. Here you go. Alright, so that's two devastating strikes. Not a bad start. See him kind of eyeing that Phoenix. He's a little long for torpedoes. Now as for the guns on these, I haven't gone all the way up to American destroyers, and I haven't played the higher tier ones since the alpha, but the characteristics of the American guns are kind of high, loopy, slow shots, and you kind of really feel it on these destroyers, this Clemson in particular, especially when you're shooting HE, which is what you'll be shooting most of the time. It's a really slow, ponderous moving shell, and kind of feels like it takes forever to get there, but it's alright. It's what you got to work with. But you can kind of just lob these little shots at them and rack up a couple 100 points here and there.
Engine boost deactivated.
And New York, we're just waiting for those torps to get in on him. Looks like he's making some evasive maneuvers. We got one on the end there that might clip him. Yeah, we got one shot on him. No flood though, unfortunately, so kind of did well. I don't know if he sped up or what. I wasn't keeping too close an eye on what that guy was up to. So now we see another torpedo salvo. He's going to probably go on the other side of that island, so by the time we get it there, it's not going to work. We'll take a couple shots and reposition. Here we got a little Kuma guy. Let's see if we can get him to peek out. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm undetected. Yeah, we'll put a couple right on the old corner there. See what happens. Nothing better than sending torpedoes out at a guy that doesn't know you're there. And you can see I'm flipping around, putting some insurance torpedoes in the water, but boom, 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 boom. We don't need him. He's gone.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
That's now I'm looking at the map. I'm seeing more targets to the west here, so I'm kind of sailing off there. In retrospect, I probably should have helped out with the guy that's closer to B to the northeast. So I end up sailing this way, and they clear all the targets out. I'm going to fast forward a little bit to the end of the game here. Alright, so you can see 2 of the 3 guys on this side are dead, and the guy that I could have gone after and should have gone after is still alive, so that was a mistake here. But we're racing forward to this Congo, trying to get a couple extra points in. These guys have been shooting at them, whittling them down. I'm thinking, alright, let's try and get in there, maybe pop them a couple times with the old pea shooter. Get a couple extra points. But we're closing in. Now you see the white numbers above the aim assist, which means he's in range, so we're going to line him up. He does hit my rear of the destroyer, which takes out both the steering and the propulsion. If you're countering, or you're fighting against destroyers, and you can hit them in the back end, that's ideal, because they'll either get stopped in the water or they'll get stuck doing wheelies a lot of times. So that's just a little tip that works against destroyers in general. But you see there, we managed to land some more torpedo shots, so 3rd devastating strike of the game. It ends up being a 93,000 damage in a Tier 3 game, so that's probably one of my better Tier 3 destroyer games. Now this game ends up being the higher experience game of the 2, but as you can see from the title of the video, we got a Kraken in the store, and I know you're all waiting to see that. So up next, we got a New Dawn map. And again, we got a standard capture the base battle. Right off the bat, we got a Clemson. Now, if you guys watch my replays, you'll see a lot of times when we're playing like a domination mode, I said try and get on the one of the caps early as a destroyer and either scout or attempt to capture. But in general mode, I'd say just stick with a pack of teammates and kind of get in front of them so you can scout. And if you get like a destroyer like this, definitely take him out. Clemson, you can see there we disabled his engine, so it looks like that must have been his rudder. It looks like he's kind of spinning around, or tough to tell exactly. But again, shoot him in the back. He's dead in the water there, so we're just going to put some torps on him. Give him another little love tap, and we're going to move on to the next target. Alright, next step, Kuma. Got first blood out of that one. Give him a little shot. And then we got Furutaka. I'm just kind of waiting for my torps to reload here. I'm detected. This is kind of a risky play. Higher tiers, you'd probably get wrecked doing this. But a lot of times, if this is a higher tier game, you'd probably want to pop smoke and then run away and disengage. But these guys aren't paying attention to me really. That's their secondary gun firing at me there. So we're going to get 4 torpedoes in the water. Got 2 in the Furutaka's direction. And the line looks good, but he gets stuck on the beach. Well, that means the torps are going to miss, but we got the old handy pea shooter out. Set him on fire. And we'll put him on the bottom of the ocean. Alright, well, they did a good job dodging those torps, it looks like. For now. Now these guys in low tiers, they haven't learned the lesson about getting torped repeatedly. And once you get torped 2, 3, 4 times, however long it takes you to learn, eventually you're going to be like, damn, I got to stop getting torpedoed. I'm going to turn as soon as I see a destroyer attack me. Now you can see here my rudder got damaged, that little red indicator right above my ship there, so I'm not doing wheelies just for cool points. Actually, I don't even think I realized when I was playing this. Disabled. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. If you're going around in circles and you keep spitting out torpedoes like this, you know, it's not the end of the world. But eventually the rudder gets fixed here and we're going to get back to business. Now we got all 4 torpedo launchers loaded again, and we're going to line up this Phoenix. Okay, on that one you can see I shot the first one straight on the indicator, the second one slightly inwards to deal with the turn. I'm assuming this guy, being a low tier game, he's probably not that experienced, so I didn't account for much turn in his path. And he just sails right into it. Easy. No problem. And there's 4, but once you get 4, you gotta get 5. Kraken Unleashed, you know? So who's it gonna be? The guy did manage to get some torpedoes off. Oh, we sneak right in the middle of them there. Well, actually wasn't that bad of a shot. Anyway, back to business.
Engine boost.
So yeah, like, you can see the playstyle is destroyer. It's a good mix of the gun and the torpedo, and like I say, the reload is so quick. I don't think either of these games. The second one might have been a fully upgraded one. The first one for sure wasn't fully upgraded, so you can see how fast those torpedoes reloaded. Alright, so I can see the one guy gets his torpedoes in the water. I get mine, and of course, that guy's gonna block him. Alright, that's fine. We'll switch sides and we'll get the next volley in here. 1, 2. And I blocked the guy behind my torpedoes. Is the saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander? I don't know. I don't even know if that's apropos in this situation. Whatever, we're taking him out with a gun. And there's a 5 kill. Kraken Unleashed. Let's see if we can put a 6th spot on the board here. This guy's just out of range of the gun. And he's got a friendly destroyer closing in on him. So I'm not that far on the... This is out of the destroyer lines I'm going down. This is the one I'm furthest back on. I think I have 1 or 2 more games to unlock the tier 4. I do have plenty of higher tier replays saved up already. I'm just trying to get a couple lower tier ones for the players that are still kind of starting out. But we'll cover all the ships in time here. If you got a specific ship you want to see a replay of, let me know in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I can here. And I got maybe 1 or 2 more beginner's guides planned out. I just gotta get the proper footage and take the time to do it. So you can see it gets torped there, and that'll prevent us from getting the 6, but 5 kills ain't bad. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more World of Warships Legends content. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. I'll check them out. And we'll see you guys all later. Alright, peace.